Being a wife and a mother is a wonderful journey, but it can also be super overwhelming, especially in this period of time. With all the demands of life, it's so easy for moms to forget about self-care. And today I want to touch base with every mom and wife who are trying to wear all hats, do all things. Trust me, I know how exhausting it can be. And today I want to speak to you directly and remind you one simple thing that I'm pretty sure most of the time you find yourself not doing that, and that is self-care. Taking care of yourself is just as essential as taking care of everybody else in your family. Understanding that this time is really different. This is not the period of where mothers sit at home, look only after children, which is also exhausting, completely exhausting. But on top of that exhausting job, we are also now required to do extra more than that. We are required to build businesses. We are required to contribute in so many things in our community, in our lives, in our family. Because the truth is, having only one person, a partner, a spouse, working to provide for family in this period of time is not enough. So because of those extra requirements, how do we keep ourselves present in doing the main job, which is raising children at home, which is taking care of our families and building family and finding balance in managing all the work that we do, both at home, both in our career, both in our businesses, whatever the case may be. Today I'm going to be sharing a few steps with you that you should consider taking in finding balance in everything that you do as a busy mom and wife. Step number 1, create a schedule. Sit down and carve out a specific time or specific times for yourself, just like you would do for any other important appointment. Be really intentional about you. Understand that you being well, you being in good mental state, good physical healthy state is actually what helps you to manage everything that you are managing, to do everything that you are doing as a busy mom and wife. So I want you to learn how to prioritize yourself. I want you to know that you can't give what you do not have. If you are lacking something within, it's quite impossible to give something that you do not have within. So create this time for you intentionally so that you have something to give out. Step number 2, find an activity that brings you joy and makes you feel rejuvenated, fulfilled, and that brings you inner joy. This could simply be reading, writing, listening to music, worshiping, or dancing. Make time for it. Put it in that your schedule. Whether it's 1 hour, just give it to yourself unapologetically, because you deserve it and you need it. Step number 3, indulge yourself in self-care rituals. And I would recommend, if you do not have one yet, please do. However, if you think you struggle or you do not really understand what do you think works for you or helps you, even though it's only you that can understand what works for you and your mentor, but I'm happy to give you a guide on what you should be looking for or what you should consider. So just send me a DM, send me an email, or DM me on Instagram or Facebook, chat me, and I'm happy to help you on that journey of self-care, because it's really important. Find something that works for you. And this is where understanding you is really important. Self-awareness. This is where it comes in. It's so important that you understand what works for you, for your mental state, for your physical state, for your spiritual state. What does help you? When you find yourself, or maybe the chaos of life shows up, how do you keep yourself calm? How do you maintain your stability? How do you find balance? So it's really important you find these things that helps you to keep your mental at ease, your health at ease, everything about you. So that as you are continuously giving service out, you have also something that services you within or inside you. And those could be simply by taking a walk around the beach or even around your neighborhood. That could be listening to a sermon from your favorite preacher or favorite teacher or favorite coach, or maybe watching YouTube videos from your favorite YouTuber. That might be Jennifer. It could also be simple as making yourself a cup of coffee, tea. It could be dancing. It could be attending to a dancing class or stretching, going to your fitness gym. Any way that you find relaxation, that you find that everything in you, both mind, spirit, and body at ease, do it consistently and continuously. Because the more at ease you are within, the more you're going to be good at what you're giving out. The more you know how to reserve your strength within, the more you can give out without remaining empty or without emptying yourself. For myself, I have just few things that really works tremendously for me. That is sitting in a quiet space. I just lock myself in a room. I give myself 2 hours in a quiet. Reflect on yourself. Meditate on something that you are looking for. Meditate on the type of person you think you are or you need to be. Meditate on the Word of God. That one is life. Only the Word of God itself is life. So trust me, the moment you do that, you will come out completely different person. Strengthened with deeper joy inside and peace. Anything that works for you, just figure out what works for you. What brings inner joy, and do it for yourself. You don't need permission from nobody to do this. And I want you to always remember this. Just do it for you. And remember, as you're trying to be a conscious mom, a conscious parent, a conscious wife, it's so important that you try to do all these things intentionally. So don't do in the name of doing. Don't do because your friends like doing this. Oh, my friend likes dancing. I think I should start dancing too. No. We all work differently. You have things that really brings you joy. There's something that you really, really love doing. That you're doing that you find yourself at. It's like every other thing around you in life is on pause when you're doing it. It's only that thing that you can put your mind at that moment of time. So find that particular thing and do it unapologetically. Don't forget that you need all of them, your body, because our body is the one that you use to work physically into doing all these things. Your mind is what brings you idea before you do things physically. Your spirit is what informs you, gives you direction, leads you. So in finding balance, I don't want you to forget these 3 components. Always remember them. They are the only things that can help you do everything intentionally and live consciously. Remember, you already have a lot. Raising children is already a lot. Being a wife is already a lot. Talk less of adding extra. Running businesses, building communities, building organizations. It is too much on you. So take enough time for yourself as much as you can. Put yourself in that schedule. You are important as everybody is in your family. So please find that particular thing for your body, for your mind, and for your spirit. Because you need all of them 3 to function effectively. But the most importantly for you to remember, dear fellow wives and mothers, get some time to pray. Pray to God. Pray to the one that created you, the one that strengthens you, the one that gives you life. In fact, the one that knows your future. So whatever you're thinking you're trying to do, there is someone that has planned for you. And don't ever forget that his plan is good for you. plan to prosper you, to give you long life. So in everything that you are doing, always call him into practice and let him know what are your plans are. However, remain open and give him chance to fulfill those good plans that he has for you. That is most importantly. Step number 4, don't forget to ask for help. Dear mothers, dear wives, you cannot do it all by your own understanding. It is okay for you to ask for help. Don't be afraid to delegate some tasks. Ask your spouse or any of your loved ones to support you whenever you need it. Don't feel ashamed of it, because you cannot know everything, you can't do everything. And you don't have to do it all alone. So ask for help whenever you need it. Step number 5, create quality family time. You know deep down inside you, the people that brings you joy and some sorts of fulfillment when they are around you. That might be your spouse, that might be your children, your siblings, your parents or grandparents, aunties, cousins, nephews, whoever they are. You get opportunity to strengthen your bonds, but also to feel more fulfilled. And lastly, step number 6, prioritize self-reflection. Take a few moments each day to reflect on your own needs, aspirations, desires, goals, and feelings. This will help you to stay connected to yourself amidst of all this business of life. So remember, dear moms and wives, prioritizing your self-care is not selfish. It's essential for your well-being and your happiness. So start today if you haven't started prioritizing self-care. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, share and like to your friends and network. And I'll see you on the next video.